Internet shutdowns often do not mean a total internet blackout, but rather blocking access to specific websites or social media platforms. Internet infrastructure or service providers often cooperate with governments to block, throttle, or redirect internet traffic. Governments can also impose laws, fine website owners, and intimidate journalists and employees of social media companies to limit freedom of expression. They can also surveil their population's internet traffic and ban the use of circumvention tools to hinder attempts to access information. We don't have surefire ways to circumvent all blockages, but we have learned some methods for offline sharing and communication that may work for you.
Governments, via Internet Service Providers or ISPs, can block sites based on IP address, content, or via domain name system or DNS lookups. If you want to know if a site is being blocked, organizations like Open Observatory of Network Interference and NetBlocks monitor internet disruptions and censorship worldwide. Fortunately, as long as you have internet access, there are some ways to try to get around partial blocks. Keep in mind that circumventing blocked sites may be criminalized in your country. One way to bypass IP-based and content-based blocking is to use a virtual private network or a VPN, such as Proton VPN or TunnelBear. When you use a VPN, your traffic is encrypted and routed through a VPN server in another location, such as in another country, concealing the true destination and the traffic content to your internet service provider. Keep in mind that some governments ban VPN usage or may try to detect and block VPN connections. It is also important to use a trustworthy VPN provider, and preferably one that does not store data or logs, since the provider will be able to see your internet activity. Also consider that government-approved VPNs may actually enable surveillance and inspection of your data. Be aware of what country the VPN provider is based in and what legal processes they may be subject to based on their jurisdiction. Tor browser is another option when specific sites are blocked. It encrypts and reroutes your internet traffic through random servers or nodes on the Tor network. When Tor itself is blocked, you can try using Tor bridges, which are enlisted entry points to reach the network, and pluggable transports, which additionally disguise Tor. As with VPN, there may be some risks to using Tor, such as if it is illegal in your country. While we haven't used it, Siphon is another circumvention tool that uses a variety of techniques to divert and disguise your traffic to enable access to blocked sites. Keep in mind that Siphon is not designed for anonymity or preventing surveillance. Another way that internet access can be controlled is if an internet service provider modifies the domain name system, or DNS. DNS servers work by translating the URLs that a user types in a browser into the numerical IP addresses that the internet uses to identify web pages. DNS servers can be hijacked to resolve URLs incorrectly, so that the user is blocked or even sent to a malicious site. In 2014, the Turkish Prime Minister Recep Tayyip Erdogan attempted to ban Twitter during the Turkish elections, using DNS-based blocks. The ban was quickly thwarted by activists who shared step-by-step tips on how to use VPNs and change DNS servers. You can change your own default DNS server in your phone's network or Wi-Fi settings and use an alternative such as Google Public DNS or Quad9 to get around DNS-based blocks.